What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another update video for the month of February. I don't think I've done one yet, but if I have, my bad. Anyway, guys, today I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff that'll be going down for the channel in the next few weeks. The first of which is more car reviews. I talked to several other people, including my cousin Blake. I'm also going to be talking to Captain Hook 69 and my dad, reviewing their specific vehicles. I'm using all the footage from my senior project. And also, I'm not putting this in the title, so, I mean, that's why if you're watching this, it's kind of a Easter egg, if you will. But I've also got an email interview with that dude in blue, hopefully coming very soon. I just have to wait on him to get back to me with the answers to the questions I sent him. And I may be going to some local dealerships around here. Actually, they're right down the street from Kendallstone's house, ironically enough. So he may come with me for these trips and stuff and help me with some stuff. Yeah, so that'll be really cool, getting more reviews on the channel, stuff that I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy doing the review on Kendallstone's Jeep, and he's done a lot of stuff for that car, and he's definitely evolved from the guy who hated cars a few years ago to the big car guy he is now. And while I may joke around and say it's the ugliest thing on earth, I really do think it's a cool car. Granted, it's kind of ricey because it doesn't have any sort of performance work done, but he does have a lot of plans for it in the future. Performance-wise, he's talking about air intake and exhaust and stuff. And at that point, it'll be pretty cool. And he's also talking about taillights because one of his concerns, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys' concerns, though they weren't like specifically addressed, were his taillights because they don't fit in with the kind of style his car is right now. His car is smoked. It's got black. Excuse me, I'm still very sick. It's blacked out, and it's definitely not like stealth. It's like a stealthy vehicle. And his taillights are not very stealthy. They're stock, like they're bright red stuff, And yeah, so I will be reviewing next week a 1986 Porsche 944 naturally aspirated that is going to be very heavily customized. It's actually been in my family for a little over 30 years. My uncle used to drive it, and he was my age. Then I may be talking to Captain Hook about reviewing either his Silverado or his S10. I'll hopefully get to do stuff with the Silverado because the Silverado is the more modded of the two and is definitely much nicer. Don't get me wrong, the S10's a cool truck, but the Silverado is just like, it's like the ultimate redneck truck, as I like to call it. Anyway, let's move on to my truck. So, while we're on the topic of vehicles, as you've all noticed, I've done a lot more vehicle-related content lately than I usually do. That's because I've done a lot of vehicle stuff, going to Caffeine and Octane and the review and stuff. Hold on, Michael's calling me. I'm just going to tell him to hold on. Filming update video. There we go. Now just anyway, just call me again. Problem solved. Oh gosh, I closed it. Anyway, let's get back to it. So with my truck, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Goodness, everything's trying to interrupt me today. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So with my truck, we've got a lot of stuff planned for the future. We've got new set of wheels coming in very soon. I'm not going to give you guys any hints to what they look like. The only people that know what they look like are Kendallstone, Captain Hook, Chandler, Tyler, and Trevor all know what they look like. My parents, of course, know. But it's my graduation gift, if you will. So they're buying this because it's my senior year in high school. They wanted to do something really cool, and they couldn't decide. I'm guessing because I talked about getting a car so much, they talked about possibly getting me a wrecked car to start building, or they wanted to help me build my truck. So they were like, since I decided to go the latter of the two and build my truck, they decided, let's get him some wheels and tires that he really wanted, because I was actually going to buy 17-inch wheels for my truck, which is the same size it has. And I wanted something to give it more of a sporty look. Because it's not going to be like some sort of lifted off-road truck. It was never designed to go off-road. It's two-wheel drive. So I'm going to go with my inner importness and make it a street truck, which is why it's getting lowered and all that good stuff. And the wheels we're looking at are 20-inch, and they're black. That's all you got to know. That's all I'm telling you guys. Only a few of them know what they look like. And Kendallstone, I swear, if you're watching this, Michael, I'm going to kill you if you put the actual picture of the wheels I sent you in the comments. So don't do it. Anyway, so we got that going on. We got a ton of mod videos coming very soon. I get my parts ordered. I am currently getting a keyless entry system, which will be really cool to install because I really just need keyless entry. It's annoying to have to walk up and use the key. Granted, you can say I'm spoiled for doing that, but I really just prefer to have the remote and stuff. Protects my paint. Anyway, I've got that. The new wheels and tires my parents are covering, so I don't have to worry about those. Brake rotors are also going to cover that if it comes down to it. They're also getting tires. So we've got a windshield banner, which is going to be really cool. It's going to be heavily custom. It's going to be bright pink and say "Rest in Peace, Grandma Becky." Excuse me again. My grandmother's name was Rebecca, so I wanted to do a bright pink banner because she suffered from breast cancer, and pink is the color of breast cancer. And then I'm getting a orange ST badge. It's a long-running gag in my owners group on Facebook, especially. A lot of sport tracks in that owners group have ST badges on them, for the Focus ST, the Fiesta ST, stuff like that. Found one I really liked to go in the grill. It's literally just like a couple of bolts and some like pins. You stick it in the grill. You take the bolts in the back, tighten it down. Set. I was concerned originally about it rattling and stuff, but I found out it won't really have a problem with the torsioners, I guess you could call them. But that'll be going down. Then we'll have the Flowmaster install, the CG Eurolights install video, and we'll have the valve cover gaskets installation, because that'll be basically what puts my truck back to running like a normal truck. Because as you guys have seen in, I believe, not the most recent Project Explorer, but the Project Explorer episode 8, you saw the smoke. It was bad. Replacing the valve covers will definitely help out with that. And it will make it run better. And later on down the road, I've got a ton of aesthetic stuff. So I got the springs, my loading springs, which will be done very later. Hopefully, if I get a ton of money off of graduation stuff, say like my graduation party and stuff, if I can get a ton of money from family and friends and stuff like that, that'll go straight to the lowering springs and shocks. I'm also getting a $20 custom front license plate. It's going to be a plate kind of like the one I live in, the state I live in, but it's not going to say exactly what my rear plate says, just for obvious reasons. I mean, then it'll make it impossible to film, because I like to keep the camera away from my back plate. So the plate will say 1 low 4.0 on the front, even though it's not lowered yet. That'll be done way down the road from now. And eventually, depending on how much I get again from my graduation stuff, if I get about close to about $800 or so magically, I highly doubt that, I will invest in some new seats, because while I love how comfortable my seats are, I would love to get some more sporty buckets, because I just really like the bucket seats, and my dad's asking dinner. So I'm going to text him real quick now. This is a really unprofessional update video, but you guys know. Excuse me again. Good night. Like I said, I'm very sick. So that'll be really cool stuff. I'll have a lot of like mod videos and stuff, and also I'll be doing a lot more driving now with the camera and stuff, because my mom bought a mount for her phone. I don't know why she did it. I think it was just to help out with navigation. Doesn't fit in her car very well. Her windshield's designed really funny. It's like my mom said it was too far, and it made issues. So I'm going to use it to film on my iPhone 6s, like I've used to film everything. So that's going to turn out really cool. I cannot wait for that. You guys are going to have a lot more driving videos now. Who knows? Maybe the next update video will be me behind the wheel of the truck. And that means that with the live stream I did forever ago, it was like 50 seconds long. I drove just to go to the school to pick up my brother. I can actually have the camera pointed at me and not like all over the place. And if I really wanted to, I can turn my phone around and point the camera out to the road and use this kind of like a dash cam kind of thing. But yeah, you guys get the general idea of it. It's going to be really cool. I'm super excited. Excuse me again. I really cannot wait for all this stuff to go down. It's going to be so great. Thank you guys again for all the support and stuff I've gotten. It's been about 2 weeks now since my grandmother passed away, and I really appreciate all of you guys that have been like, hey, how are you doing today? Just everything's, it's starting to set in. Not everyone is as upset. My mom is still grieving really bad. My grandfather is still very grieving. I'm still like, it's kind of settled in for me, but I'm still pretty upset about it. But I really just want to thank you guys for all the support and stuff I've gotten throughout all that. It's awesome to know that I have guys like you guys that support me and stuff. I know this, dang it. I know it's been weird with the content and stuff. I've seen more dreary in the content, but I'm doing my best to stay around like happy and stuff. Kindlestone's been a really big help with that. Like with the review video, I think a lot of the stuff he did was literally just to keep me from getting upset. That's why he went to Caffeine and Octane. Actually, it was more than just wanting to go for the cars. It was more just to keep me from grieving all weekend and being upset and depressed and stuff. So that's why he took that day and begged his mom to death to let him go to Caffeine and Octane. So that was great. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of anything else to say. If you guys want more guitar videos, let me know in the comments. I will be sure to start doing more guitar videos. It's been a long time since I really did anything like that. And depending on how things go with that Dude in Blue, if he, for whatever reason, doesn't want to respond to my email, but he wants to come do like a video interview or something like that for my senior project, that would be really cool. And if that ever happens, which I doubt it will, because I haven't even spoken to him about it, so don't get your hopes up. But I would love to talk to him about doing a video with his Mustang or the 240 or something like that he's got, as they're both absolutely engineering marvels. I love those cars. He did a really awesome job on those two vehicles. In fact, the Mustang is actually what inspired me to want to get a Pro Charger for my truck. Of course, I couldn't find an exact Pro Charger, so I found a Vortec centrifugal kit, or centrifugal, however you pronounce it. It's about $4,000, which is 2 times the truck's worth stock. And a lot of people are like, why are you putting so much money into a truck that's 13 years old, that's 220,000 miles almost on it? It's more the factor that it's mine. It's my first truck. I love it. I believe it's a platform worth visiting. A lot of people said the same thing about Kindlestone's car. Well, at the time that he started putting money into that car, it was wrecked. He said it himself. Had he taken it to the insurance company, it would have been totaled. And it wasn't even him that crashed it. It was his sister. So if that tells you anything. He nursed that car back to health, and I'm planning to do the same with my truck. It's just I'm going to go a little bit more extensive than he is. I mean, he's getting it back to the shape, and he's not doing a ton of mods to it, but he's making it nice. Me, however, I'm going to go over the top with it and do all sorts of crazy stuff to it, but it's still going to be an awesome truck. Also, if you haven't been paying attention to Good Night, Kindlestone's channel recently, he's planning on starting a series up of his own, kind of like my Project Explore series, except he won't do it weekly. He'll do it whenever he gets something done for the car. So you guys just stay tuned for that. I'll probably link it all whenever he does it on my Twitter accounts, at Rose Tires. You can go and find it in the description if you haven't already. Follow me there. Go ahead and do so, as it's the easiest way to keep up with me. My Instagram, I don't really update very often, so if you guys really want to go and just chat with me or something like that, just go straight to my Twitter. Twitter's the easiest way. Email, I don't really do anything on my email besides, email teachers and stuff that I go to school. So emailing me, that's why my email address is not in the description, is because I just don't find any use to it. So if you guys really just want to talk, hit me up a message on Twitter, or post a tweet on Twitter at me or whatever. But yeah, thank you again, guys, for everything y'all have done for me so far this last few weeks. I've really appreciated it. It's been a lot of awesomeness just to get that support. Sitting down and just looking at all the nice comments and stuff I've gotten on videos like the Gran Turismo 6 drift video, even though it was the most unprofessional camera angle that I've ever used in a gaming video. You guys really liked that video, and I appreciate that. That you guys are okay with me being an amateur film guy when it comes to certain games. Like I said, just thanks again, guys, for everything. I'm sorry for this video being so long, but I just wanted to get everything out. So thank you guys so much for watching this update video. I apologize for how sick I am. I've coughed every 20 seconds. Probably I'm getting ready to cough again, actually, so stand by for that. If you guys want more skateboarding stuff, let me know in the comments, because that was really fun. All my friends are making fun of me for it now, in a good way. I'm not taking offense to it, because I actually thought it was funny that I fell. In fact, real quick before ending the video off, I actually cut the cameras. Right after I cut the cameras, and then I tried riding a bit more, I was stupid, and I was like, I'm going to try to ollie. And it didn't end well. I fell flat on my face, sent the board flying halfway across the house. Surprisingly, didn't destroy the board. And I hurt my shoulder pretty bad, so that was pretty funny. Everyone was like, why didn't you film that? I'm like, I didn't think it would happen. So, again, guys, thanks for everything. Like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone.